he gave the Mexicans a receiver.
He felt that the more people looking...
That's foolish. You pick the one right tool.
In this episode, we find all the more reason to have fewer reasons. Here's how to keep your logic tight. I unlocked another mental secret just now, again to do with my shower. As you might have heard me mention way too many times in earlier episodes, I typically start my day with two things I absolutely hate: a mile run followed by an ice-cold shower. However, I'm not such a masochist that I sprout wood at the thought of being stuck in a wheelchair, so I don't run every morning. For example, not the day after squats. But I still want sunlight and movement first thing, so on my days off running, I go for a walk instead. Now on running days, one of the things that forces me into the shower is the fact that there's dirt and automotive exhaust stuck to my sweaty skin. But if I'm only walking and it's December, that's not really the case, and when I don't sweat, I experience a temptation to skip the cold shower on the grounds that I'm not dirty enough to need one. I confess to my great shame that occasionally that specious reasoning, that dirty logic, has won out. It's a cowardly mask upon the reality that I don't want to. But the fact that I don't want to is supposed to be the entire point. The sole reason I committed it to my routine in the first place. I'm not meant to like it. It's a ritual sacrifice of comfort to the greatness of my future self. Over time, I've accumulated many reasons for the things in my routine. Reasons tend to grow like mold on a habit the longer it's been in place, and with perfectly organic innocence. You're doing something for one reason, and from time to time derive an additional, unexpected benefit that makes you smile and pat yourself on the back, and you toss that shiny penny onto the reinforcement side of the scale. But a chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and you've just created another vulnerability, another potential point of failure for your lesser nature to exploit. This isn't just a secret of self-control, but of reasoning against resistance in general. I want you to think back to some time you've submitted a written proposal or request for something in which you listed every reason you could come up with for why it should be approved, just grasping at every straw you could and piling them on, hoping that each might be the one to capsize the camel, only to receive a rejection that counters one of your lesser points and ignores the more important ones. That's the same thing. Instead of casting your iron logic as a single plate of armor, you created a patchwork of metal, wood, plastic, and scraps of pocket lint, inviting the spears of rejection to ignore your strong points altogether and deal death by poking holes through the softer stuff. Every weak reason distracts from what really matters and blunts its point. When you author a policy, whether for yourself or your business, bolster it by stating its core purpose in the simplest, most memorable terms possible. If you thought of this idea before I did and have a better way to say it, drop it in the comments. If you disagree or can think of strong counterpoints, let's hear it out. Iron sharpens iron. Already, I'm considering points for a rebuttal episode. Hey guys, quick note before I go. I know some of these podcast topics are a little goofy, so if you like the way I think, but you really want to take advantage of the best of what my brain has to offer, look up my books on Amazon or Audible. My first book, Augmenting Willpower, is a field manual for human psychology that emphasizes personal accountability, while my second book, An Idea is Not a Product, is a guide for building routines and systems that force you to put your money where your mouth is. Both titles are available in all formats, so you can listen to the audio on the go, easily search topics by keyword in the ebook, and the paperback fits right in your pocket.